What's up, guys? I'm the Chill Skater. I'm here for Shit Magazine, and today we have a special guest. He is from Poland, and he is Douwe Macare. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hey, what's up? My name is Douwe Macare. I'm a skateboarder from the Netherlands. Currently in the Olympic team and Dutch champion, and that's about it.
Okay, so you are in contention to participate in the Olympics the next year, or how is that?
Well, I'm still trying because I still have to attend a few more competitions to try to qualify, but I'm not sure when these are happening. I think around September or maybe October, the first one will go down, and then I have to try to make top 20 worldwide. I'm right now. I'm 22nd, so so there is a chance, but it's not guaranteed for sure. Not.
Okay, but the chance depends on your performance this year, or is something about luck?
No, well, it's always a little bit about luck and skills, of course, but usually it's I think it's the four best scores that you made last year and this year, well, upcoming year. So they take your four best scores of the whole season, of the whole qualifying season, and then yeah.
Okay.
That's actually, yeah. So it's not really luck. It's like you have to be pretty consistent, and you have to try your best at as many competitions as you can.
I agree. You mentioned something interesting, and it's the consistency of the skater. Do you think this is the most important quality in the competitions for a skateboarder?
Maybe it depends on what you want, because if you want to do well, nowadays the level is so high that you have to be consistent with really hard tricks, and this is something that's it depends on how high the level is. The higher the level is, the more risk you have to take, so the less consistent people are going to be, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Well, the way I'm kind of training, the way I'm skating right now is like at least 2 times a week in the official training facility that we have here in Holland, in The Hague. It's like a skate park that's developed just for the Olympic team, and we actually trying to have at least 2 sessions a week there, around 4 hours or something, so pretty long. And then I'm trying to to always skate on the best level. And when it wasn't Olympic yet, you usually never did that, because then you're just skating with the homies, and now it's like really a training session, you know what I mean? Like trying to do your best tricks every day, or at least every session, I mean. So it changed a little bit, but it's hard because I don't know if you know, but like sometimes when you're in the mood, you want to try your hardest tricks. Yeah. And now you don't have to be in the mood. Now it's just a random day you have to do your hardest tricks. It's not about mood anymore. It's about being trained or not trained. You know what I mean?
Okay, I mean, I understand, but how do you describe those skate sessions in which you train? You told me that are very different from the sessions that we can have with homies.
Yeah. When you're training, it's about trying to get consistent on the best tricks that you can do. And usually when you're skating with the homies, you have a fun session, you only sometimes do these hard tricks that you can do. So now it's just every day when I'm there, I have to try my hardest tricks. And normally when I'm just with the homies, I can even go there without skating. I can just hang around, and that's just something that's different from, skating with, I don't know, with the Olympic squad. If you know what I mean. It's a little bit more serious, but also with it being serious, you get to be a better skateboarder, and that's what really helps with these training sessions.
Yeah, that's true. Are you having some kind of training, like a coach Someone that is
Mm,
saying to you like, hey, try this, no, try this. Oh, how is that?
yeah, well, right now we have a coach for a couple of years, and his name is Sjoerd Flemings, and he's a former skateboarder. He's not skating as much as he used to, but he sometimes skates still. And he is a filmer, so that really works as well. So he's not really telling me what to do, but he's just thinking along the lines that I'm skating. So I don't know. He's just the guy that really films. He films all the tricks so we can analyze what goes wrong or what actually went well as well. And also, I don't know, just thinking what we could do or what kind of tricks we could learn or what we should focus on. So it's not as much as not as much coaching as maybe other sports have, but it's more like yeah, it's a little bit like a homie who's not skating but is just there to support and films and sometimes brings in some ideas about tricks that we didn't thinking of yet or something.
Okay, and empowering. He's always saying,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
you can
exactly.
do it, you can do this, please get out,
Yeah,
get off the floor.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So, what do you
Yeah.
think about that? About having a former in the process? Do you like that? Because you know, we as skaters, we just want to do the tricks as we want. But what do you think about the difference between those kind of training?
Yeah, that's an interesting question because when I started skateboarding, the only reason I started skateboarding was that I could do what I want and that I didn't have a trainer, that I didn't have a certain time that I had to train or a certain
Yeah,
way that I have to dress, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the
of
story that we
course.
all know. But I feel like this is I don't know, like opportunity that only comes along in, I would say, my career once. So I was like, well, why not try it? And it ends up being pretty good for me because I really feel like I get better also physically, also as a skateboarder, and as well physically as skateboarding skills as well. So, but it's for sure not something that everybody wants that's skating. But I approach it more as a sport now than I did a few years
Okay.
ago. Um, but you know, I still film video parts on the street and I still do the stuff that I did 10 years ago, but it's a little bit more calculated, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
now when I go street skate, I also in the morning or even the day before, I make a plan of what tricks I want to do where, and
Okay.
what time we're gonna be here or what time we're gonna be at the next spot, stuff like that, so we get the
And
most
do you
stuff
think
done
it's
that we could.
functional? Like making a list to having a
Yeah, yeah, for me
session?
that works. For me that works, and sometimes I leave the schedule, of course I leave the schedule open to spontaneous stuff like spontaneous tricks or on spots that we didn't think of, but usually I make a list of at least one trick on one spot, and we usually go to 3 or 4 spots a day, which is kind of a lot, but but we used to start out early, so that works for me. And I have done that a couple of years without I filmed a couple of years without plans, but then I feel like I got less stuff done. So for me it works this way. And but I also have homies who want to just go to a city and see what happens, and sometimes they get also a lot of stuff done. So it just whatever works for you, you should try, you know what I mean? Yeah.
What do you think? You said that you also make video parts. What do you prefer? Make video parts or participating in contests?
Um, well, hard question because they're both so different, and
Yeah.
it's both skateboarding, but in such a different ways. Because video part, it's I don't know, it's more fun and it's less hectic. It's I mean you can make it as hectic as you want, and if you want to film 10 tricks a day, you can make it really hectic, but it doesn't work. So you know, I don't know, you can put a lot of pressure on yourself with doing the hardest tricks, but I think with competition you it's more calculated, you know what I mean? Like you do your line and then your 5 single tricks and you try to fix you try to figure out what to land and what to not land and what scores you need and what's not. But I think it both has their has it both has its beauty. You know what I mean? But I think video parts is more fun because it's less pressure.
Is
I
less
think,
pressure. You
yeah,
can have whatever tries in order to get the trick.
exactly. And you're learning new stuff as well. On the street, you can do new tricks, and with skateboarding, with doing competitions, you usually only do the same tricks that you already done a million times.
Okay.
So in that case, video parts are much more fun to me. But apparently, I'm not really bad at competition. I'm doing pretty good at them, so that's fun as well, you know. So that's why I keep on doing them, kind of.
Okay, so you consider yourself good at competitions. How do you control that pressure in the competitions? The crowd, you're yelling.
Yeah, true. Well, sometimes when the crowds are really big and I put too much pressure on myself, I fail. That's what usually happens. But when I just take it as another day at the skate park, it works well for me. But
Okay.
how to handle the pressure? It's kind of thinking that you already did these tricks a million times. So, and now there are a couple of people watching. It shouldn't make a difference. So I take it as a really, I don't know how to say it, like a sober thought in my head. You know, I don't put too much pressure on myself. I just think about it as another day at the skate park, and I get a little bit of fuel from other people and from the pressure. I kind of fuel from it, but that doesn't mean that I like it a lot. But it's just the way I don't know, the way my head and my body works, I guess. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the mindset that do you think is better to think like, okay, I'm going to win this competition, or is better for the mind to
Mhm.
just have to whatever. It doesn't matter.
Usually the way that I'm thinking is when I enter a competition with the thought in my head that I know I can win it, I usually fail because I put too much pressure on myself. I'm like, oh, this is not too much. There's not too much competition here, so I can pretty much win this if I want. But then I usually always fail. So for me, what I'm thinking is like, okay, I put out my strategy, and I got a couple of tricks that I want to do, and if that goes well, I even have some tricks above that I can do, or I can try at least. And if that works out, I hopefully see myself in the top three or maybe win it. But it's like it's more, you know, it sounds cliche, but it's more a battle against yourself, pretty much.
Yeah.
And there were certain competitions where I had 10th place or I don't know 12th place, but I was really happy with the result because I did what I had to do. And sometimes you win a competition and you don't get that satisfaction because you won too easy.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
personal goal. This is skateboarding is for us.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
Because
agree, I agree with that.
that's the beauty of skateboarding. And then I take it back all the way when we started skateboarding. You started skateboarding because you could do your own thing, your own clothing, your own training sessions, your own place where you wanted to skate. So that on itself already says something about the character of skateboarding or about skateboarders, that you're trying your trick for 3 days, 4 days, and then finally you land one, and it gives you motivation to do that same process
Yeah.
all over again. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's something that I don't know, nowadays here in Holland at least, kids don't have anymore that mentality anymore. So it's like, yeah, well,
Why do you
skateboarders.
think is that? Why?
Oh, because I don't know, with skateboarding, there are a lot of kids that start scootering instead because it's easy.
Okay.
Or I don't know, tell me just another sport like I don't know, maybe BMX, because it's like everybody here in Holland can ride a bike, so they start with that. But to start skateboarding in the first place, already gives you so much, I don't know the right word, but it gives you so much power to like go for something instead of stepping on a scooter and you can do it straight away. You know what I mean?
Okay, obviously, skateboarding, for that reason, skateboarding is not for everyone.
Yeah,
And,
exactly. Yeah. So
and
what I see right now is that some kids pick up a skateboard and they do it for a week, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, this is way harder than I thought. I'm
yeah,
gonna put the skateboard in the garage and I'm gonna never touch it again."
that's true. And with
Yeah,
the first injury, I think
yeah,
that's the
exactly.
proof in which we can say,
Yeah,
okay, that's a true skater, or no.
and you know that's the story I hear from a lot of people that ask me like what I'm doing for a living. I'm like, I'm a skateboarder, and they're like, oh really? I used to try skateboarding when I was younger, when I was 12 or 13, but then the the story that I hear a lot of people telling me that whenever I say that I'm a skateboarder and I'm doing it for a living, they're like, ah, skateboarding, oh that's so cool, but you know, when I was 12, I took my skateboard and I got one from my dad, and then they gave me, and then I fell on my head, and then I immediately quit. I'm like, yeah, but that's crucial, you know, that's the turning point. Are you gonna continue, or are you gonna quit and like give up? And
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah,
and that's something that you know you can level with all the skateboarders.
yeah.
And I think that's also a reason why whenever you see a skateboarder on the street or on the airport or on the train station, you always say hi. I
Yeah,
mean, I have this, you know, even if I don't know them, you always say hi.
that's one of the most beautiful parts of skateboarding, of this.
True. Yeah.
And
100% true.
so, do you think that the skateboarding has made what you are today? Like,
Well, it's definitely you know it's a second if well the skate park was my second household, you know. It's like my parents dropped me off, and I don't know, I skated all day with friends that were even 10 years older than me, you know. I was 12 and I skated with people from I don't know, from 18, 20, 22, you know, from just older people, and they
okay,
also gave me a little bit of sense, you know, how the world works and stuff like that. So it definitely, with all the traveling on top of that, it definitely, you know, made me who I am today, and I hopefully can still, you know, remain remain a skateboarder for I don't know, I for sure my whole life, but also maybe I can work or do a job or be a coach or be I don't know,
okay.
somebody that still brings something to skateboarding future.
That's beautiful. So you are focused on your level, on your skills as a skateboarder, but in the future you maybe can do something for skateboarding for the community.
Yeah, I hope. Well, well, a couple of years ago, I think already 4 years ago, I think I had to go to some World Cup in Barcelona, and I was pre-qualified to enter the competition. So I went there and I took three friends, and then and they had no mission there. They were just there to party and stuff. So I came along with them to the club, and we went partying, and then it was 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, ah, shit, I have to ride a competition tomorrow. I have to be at the course at 11, and the competition starts at 1 o'clock. So then, I don't know, I took too much alcohol, and then in the hotel room, I received a bottle of water, and I went back to my bed, and I stumbled upon my board, and I fell, and I dropped a bottle of water, and then the glass broke, and it was on the ground, and I stepped in the glass. So I was like, ah, shit. And then my whole foot was like, I had a really big cut in my foot, like in the middle of my foot. And
Oh,
so the next day we went to the hospital, and I had to get everything fixed and stuff. So I had to, I don't know, the next day I was like, fuck, I want to do something different in my life. You know, I want to try to make the best of it and try to be serious for one time now, you know? So then I hired a personal trainer. Then I went to the gym, and then I ate it only vegetables, and like tried to change the whole lifestyle, you know, because of that night. And then I really feel like already after a couple of months going back, I already feel like it really made a difference. And now that I live like this for like 4 years already, I really feel a difference in how my energy levels are and how strong my body is when I take slams from big stairs, and I recover really fast from stuff like that. So that would be really something that to, I don't know, bring to younger skateboarders to
Okay.
make them see that maybe smoking a joint before you go skate is not really the best idea. But at the same time, for everything is a timing. So you can tell them that it's wrong, but I feel like skateboarders especially have to experience it by itself. So exactly what I had, I stepped in glass before I had to realize like, hey, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Maybe I shouldn't go party before a competition. And also the next day I came at the course and the level was way lower than I expected. So I was like, fuck, if I did my practice run that I did yesterday, if I did that here, I could have won. So that was even,
Yes.
and then, you know, it's just like, it's all these feelings together made me change my kind of lifestyle into what it is right now. But it should be something, you know, Neen Williams, for instance. Do you know Neen Williams?
Yeah, Nils Williams. Look, I'm right now. I'm
Yeah,
because of Nils Williams.
Perfect.
I want to be rolling in my skateboard for a lot of time, so
And
I'm right now.
exactly. And you know, and he is the proof itself that you can change any day of that you want.
Yeah.
It's never too late to change. It's like, I don't know, the way that he changed his life, it's ridiculous. From skating every day when you're drunk to like being the athlete that he is today. Because it's so cool to be a skateboarder and also be really healthy so you can skate longer, you know?
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to have a long career, you know?
Yeah,
So,
we need to change that mindset because the skaters are like, whatever, I'm young, I don't need that. So yeah, but we need to change that. So
but you know, yeah, I mean, I want to add one more thing. Like, it's also the beauty of skateboarding that they're so against the system.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Obviously.
Fuck those athletes, fuck those guys that eat veggies every day and stuff. You know, that's also a little bit of that's the beauty of skateboarding. But if you can combine those two, then I feel like you're on the right path. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you in that.
But that's good. Are you a vegetarian actually?
No, I'm not vegetarian. I love meat, but I'm doing this for my skateboarding career because
Perfect.
like 2 years ago I broke my knee, you know, very bad. You know, and for that moment, it's like the experience that you told me about the class.
Yeah, exactly.
From that moment, I was saying like, "Hey, man, what are you doing with your life? You need to skate. You're a skateboarder." So
that's kind of a realization that you only have one body, and it doesn't gonna.
Yeah.
You know, you know, you can't take. I don't know. It's not like a skateboard that you can, you know, change it up to another setup or stuff like. You have one body, and you should treat it like you have only one of it. One.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, one body.
But have you had any injury? Any serious injury in your skateboarding career?
Yeah, I got a couple of serious ones where I was doing some trick on like a really low flat rail. That was a really low one, and I fell on my arm, and then I had my elbow dislocated and broken. So it went out of it just dislocated itself. Also, I had my truck against my face, so my front teeth were out, and the rest just a lot of tweaks, ankle tweaks, a lot of my hip is super bruised. But I don't know. Right now I feel like. And this is funny, like 3 days ago, I tried a trick that I tried 3 years ago, but I couldn't get it because I didn't have the power to roll away and to try it multiple times. But now I tried it 2 days ago and I did it pretty easy, and I was like, yeah, it works, you know what I mean? So, well,
do you think was because of everything, because of the practice sessions, the vegetables, exercise, everything?
Everything. Yeah, it's a combination of all those things, because it was like it was a triple set. It was a pretty long triple set, and I tried a heel flip. I think yeah, I think 3 years ago I tried a heel flip, and then I don't know, I couldn't get it, and I couldn't flip it, and my whole body was bruised after I think after 15 tries or something, and then after working out and all those years of good food and like enough rest is really important as well.
Yeah.
Enough rest, and then I tried it 2 days ago, and it took me, I don't know, it took me 12 tries. I feel like 12, I think maybe 13, but I could still have a session afterwards, and the next day I was completely okay.
You were new for the other
Yeah, exactly. It's just like I'm 28 now, but I feel better than when I was 22 or 23.
Do you think that you are in your golden years of the skateboarding?
I don't know. I think to be honest, that's what they say. That's what they usually say. Like 27, 28 are your golden years. But it's funny, the way that I'm feeling right now, I feel better than I was when I was 22, 20, 21. But then I had a whole different lifestyle. I was only skating, and even I wasn't skating too much, but right now I'm doing my cardio also with running. I do a lot of running and a lot of I don't know. I do a lot of fitness, but not only functional fitness. So you know, it doesn't help you skate better when you're like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to do a lot of functional fitness, and it comes along with a little bit of CrossFit gym. But I think I can skate longer than my year right now. So I hopefully can skate till my mid-30s. But like Neil Williams said, like, you can skate forever, but it takes a lot of effort to be a healthy skateboarder, because I think my gym time and my running time is almost even on my skateboard time. So it's like it's pretty balanced out.
What do you mean with functional exercises?
So functional exercises mean that you strengthen up your ankles, that you have a really functional core stability. So whenever you land something sketchy or sideways, that you can still hold on to that position and still ride away, or that you don't I don't know how to explain it, but I was once at the competition, I think, around 5 years ago, and I was warming up, and I wasn't doing really crazy tricks or something, but I was just doing easy tricks. And then suddenly, crack in my back, in my lower back, I had this, not cramp, but there's something that clicked or something that, and then I couldn't skate for like a week without any reason, without any, I don't know. So it just, I got a little, I got a lot of back pain. And since I'm doing all these workouts and stuff, I don't have that anymore. So I heard from my personal trainer that it has to deal with my front muscles, with my belly muscles, that they weren't strong enough to take all the impact. So my back had to compensate a lot what my belly had to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, it has all be in balance, and I didn't really had a good balance at that time. So that's why I just, I did a 180 over a hip or something, and then I don't know, and then just something clicked, and I couldn't skate for a week. So it's like, shit, man, I want to change something. So I changed.
And in that moment, you didn't know what was that?
No.
Was that pain?
No, not at all. So I called the doctor, and he said, "Oh, it's nothing bad. It's just that your body is not used to all these movements and stuff." Okay. So you gotta so to see skateboarding as a sport, it's really insane what we're doing. We're like jumping downstairs with full speed, and we're trying to do crazy flip tricks, and I don't know, trying to skate a couple of hours after each other, or like a couple of hours in one session. And that's really insane for your body. So you should treat your body as how you treat how some other athlete would treat it, you know. So
It's
take a
very
lot of
important.
risks and stuff.
What do you think? Running, how much time do you run per day?
It depends on what I'm doing, because I'm always looking at every single day what I'm doing with skateboarding. So I plan my exercises and my gym around skateboarding. So if I'm
Okay.
going on a street mission, I'm trying to not do too much exercises before it, but I try to do it more after it, because my skateboarding has my priority. So, so when I went on that session with that heel flip, I was like, oh, it might be a pretty big battle. So I only go for like a 5 kilometer run, and then my body is like uh, turned on. You know what I mean? Then I'm already a little bit hot. And then
Okay.
I take a shower and eat something, and then I'm ready to go. So I already warmed up a little bit, and then after that I went to the gym and do some functional exercises. But it's just depending on what day. So
Okay.
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the days where my skateboarding has less priority than my gym, because on Monday and Wednesday and Friday I'm not going to The Hague, to the training facility. So I go to another. So I either go to Amsterdam to the skate park, or I go to, I don't know, somewhere else to the street spot around the corner. So then I take a chill session. I try to, I don't know, do a few flip tricks and skate for at least an hour or something. And then besides that, I do all the gym stuff in the morning, because I know I don't have a really intense skateboard session, so I can have my gym do have a priority. And then on the other days, like Tuesday and Thursday, I go to The Hague, which is a 1.5 hour drive, and I have at least 4 hours of skateboarding there. So I try to do, I don't know, 30-minute routine, either in the gym or in my house. And then I drive there, and then I already have a lot of fuel to go skate for at least 4 hours, because I don't want to be tired in the skate session because I went to the gym. That's like the other way around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's important. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you
that's
now
important.
you can control that. You have the balance right now
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. And you know, that takes a lot of time, because when I started all these exercises, I went for a 5 kilometer run, and I was completely broke for the whole day. You know, I wanted to go to bed the whole day.
Okay, I'm
But
in
now
that
it just,
moment.
I came to a level where this is actually a good start of the day. So
Okay.
I try to run like 4 or 5 times a week, and that's really good for my condition, for my, how do you say, for
Okay.
my uh, I can't find the word for the that really helps with having a longer training session in the for skateboarding.
I like that. And when did you start with this new routines and new habits as a
Mm,
skateboarder?
uh, well, mm, already a long time. Well, not long, but like maybe 2 years ago it started. Well, 4 years ago I changed a
It's
little bit of my
amazing.
habits. You know, 4 years ago I was trying to, you know, change my life with less alcohol, less partying, gym, try to skate as much as possible, and then from there it went with small steps to more sport. And now in I think the last year, so not this year but last year, like 2019, it really I don't know, it, because all the Olympic qualifications started in 2019. So then I was really focused. I was like, okay, now no more alcohol, and like uh, try to really be focused on what I want right now, and that's skateboarding. So everything around my skateboarding has to fit for skateboarding.
Everything in
So
your life right now and everything you do is for skateboarding. Your
yeah,
workout,
for
your
sure.
habits. You are
Because that's, you
mixing.
know, that's the main thing that I'm doing in my life, and that's something that I like. Uh, so to have that motivation, it actually helps me to be motivated for also going to the gym, to go for a run or stuff like that. Because to be honest, I think 40% of the time I don't even like to go running or to go to the gym, but it just gives me
Yeah.
motivation to know that I recover really fast from certain sessions, or that because of all these running, I can have a longer training session in The Hague or in the training facility. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I understand.
so it's that, because if I didn't do it for skateboarding, I would probably be not so motivated to go do all these sports
Yeah.
activities. So it just it balance out with I don't know, it just helps each other. It's like I don't know the word. It's it works for each other.
Okay, but I understand, and I like the discipline that you have for skateboarding. Mm,
Yeah, I think, and that, and it I mean, I could definitely recommend it to anybody to look on Instagram, look at Neen Williams or at some other pro skater. Maybe not so much to Brandon Beeble because he wants to be like this, you know what I
yeah.
mean? So that's not really functional. But look at, I don't know, skateboarders who are trying to be fit, and ask them, ask them like, hey, uh, where can I start with? Couple of squats or maybe some lunges. I don't know, just some regular exercises. But I don't know. I think it's really important because in the skateboard culture, I feel like all the top pros are working out a lot and they run as well, and like they do other cardio than skateboarding, but it's really hidden. Like people don't show it too much on Instagram or wherever you can look at them. Like they don't show it too much, but it is happening. Nija is in the gym every day, but he doesn't really show it too much. And I think that's a weird part of skateboarding, that the physical exercises besides skateboarding itself are completely hidden, and people don't really like to show off with what they're doing in the gym, which I think is a little bit weird because that helps so much with skateboarding.
Yeah.
And not so much with the tricks, but it helps a lot with endurance and longer and intensive training, and recovering faster.
Yeah, it's important. The exercise, important the cardio. It's important that we take serious this because we
Yeah,
want.
exactly. Because if you take stuff that you take serious, will eventually come back to you. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was saying with the trick that I tried 3 years ago, and I couldn't do it, and now I tried it, and it took me a little bit of less tries, but that doesn't matter. But I was recovered already at the spot itself, and I took the trick home. So I don't know, it really works, and you lose a little bit of fat as well. You lose weight. Yeah, I think it was a month ago where I tried I tried a trick down a pretty big stair set. I think it was a 13 or something, and I tried a frontside flip, but then I couldn't get it for some reason, like the flip wasn't right or whatever. But I still had the motivation to continue, because in my back of my head I was like, this is exactly the situation I'm training for in the gym and doing my running and being fit for sessions like this. So in the end, after I don't know how many tries, a lot of tries, maybe I think, I don't know, like 40 tries or something. Eventually I got it. I rolled away perfectly, but then after that session I was like, yeah, I'm so fulfilled with energy now. I'm so filled with energy right now, because this is exactly what I'm training every day for, for sessions like this, where I still have the motivation and the energy to go for a trick and still ride away with it.
Yeah, and looking those results make you say like, okay, this is working. I'm going to continue with this. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's very fun with that.
And you're like, fuck, I want to jump down a big stair, but I don't really feel comfortable of doing it. And then the other thought is like, yeah, maybe you don't feel comfortable doing it, but your body is prepared to take the impact. So just try it, and then 9 of the 10 times you're like, oh, this is okay, this is not too bad,
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, it's not, all these exercises besides skateboarding, they don't make you worse. They will make you better, you know.
Yeah, that's what
And
that's what all the skateboarding community needs to think. So,
to be honest, yeah.
what would your advice for the skateboarding community, for those skaters? What is your
Well,
advice?
my advice would be that you really have to think for yourself, what do you want with skateboarding? So if you want to do competitions and take it and approach the sport or approach skateboarding more as a sport, then you need to think about all the side activities that you can do as functional training, running, like other cardio, stay active on a day that you're not skating. So then approach it also as a sport. And if you just want to drink beer on the street and film some tricks with your homies, you can also do that. But then nothing really changed for you. You know what I mean? Then you can still do whatever you want. But if you really want to do skateboarding as a sport, then you should find somebody that already has experience in a gym or knows what you should do, like functional training. Because if you just go to a gym and you don't know what to do, you can make mistakes and can get injuries from it. So make sure you find yourself a trainer, a personal trainer or a coach or somebody that wants to help you, or you can even pay him for the first time, so you have all the basic information. So so don't make mistakes with that. But I don't know, approach it more as a sport like soccer or tennis or baseball or something like that, and treat your body like how it is. Like, you only have one body, you can't get another one if you want to, you know what I mean? So I don't know, realize how intense skateboarding is for your body, and like, I don't know, approach it a little bit more serious, because then it will give you results pretty fast, I feel like.
Nice advice. I like that word. Yeah, we have to make the choice. The
Exactly.
choice is our choice, so we need to see
And
what we
also,
want.
also if you make the transition for yourself mentally, like, hey, I want to be, I don't know, I want to be an athlete, or I want to skate as long as possible. Try to make the whole choice. Don't go half-half. Don't go to the gym and keep smoking. You know what I mean? Like, try to go to the gym and go run and drink water and eat vegetables and stuff like that. Try to do it all the way. That's way easier than half-half, because then,
Yeah,
you know,
one
you know what I mean?
hundred percent focus on our goal.
Exactly. Because only then things will change. And if you do it half-half, it just, I
We are
don't
not
know.
going to see the results. Simple as
Exactly.
that.
Well, maybe small results, but not the results that really are astonishing, you know.
Yeah, I agree with that, and thank you for those words. And we are
Well, thank
about
you.
to end this with this conversation, with this exciting
Philip, thank you
conversation.
for the interview. Thank you.
We want to know something else, and
Mhm.
what do you think? Three things that you love of the competitions, and three things that you hate of the competitions. Maybe just
Well,
three.
three things that I love about competition is traveling, of course, meeting new people, and if you do good, you get a lot of energy from it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like meeting new people, traveling to different places, and trying to how do you say? Trying to compete against yourself.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then the three things I hate is that, well, the last couple of competitions I've been to, they only had 1.5 hour practice a day, so that's not much. Like with the official Olympic qualifications, you only have 1.5 hour practice a day. So it's like you have two practice days, and then the competition starts, and it's so much chaos. So reason two why I hate competitions is that you barely have any time to see the city itself.
Okay.
So, for instance, we went to Rio, and or what was it? Or Sao Paulo. We went to Sao Paulo in Brazil, and yeah, I feel like we didn't have much time for street skating or to see. We went to a couple of skate parks, but that's about it. But so I know traveling is cool, but it's only the arena and the hotel. So that's something that could be, I don't know, but that's I don't know. I could stay a week longer or something. So that's something I could find a solution for. And then 3, well, I think it's hard to, if you screw up, it could be really it could be, yeah, it could be frustrating for yourself. You know?
Yeah, for
If you don't land that trick that you land 100 times in practice, and you don't
that's
land it in
frustrating.
your run, you're like, oh damn, what did I do wrong? So well, these are the 3 things that I don't know. But for everything is a solution, so yeah. At least you're skating, you know what I mean? So that's what's fun.
Okay, that's the only thing that matters. And one last question. You are from Holland, and
Yeah.
we all want to know, how is the skateboarding in this country?
Well, skateboarding in Holland, it's really nice because we have really good public transportation. So if you want to go to a skate park, you can be there within 2 hours.
Okay.
And we have a lot of indoor skate parks, and we have a lot of outdoor skate parks. We have really good food, also really healthy, and yeah, well, we have also some really good street spots, and the scene is really small, so everybody knows each other, and yeah, so it's a small scene. So whenever you come down, everybody will know about somebody else coming down to Holland. So they will send you a message like, "Hey, you can come skate here," or stuff like that. So it's really, how do you say? Yeah, just really small and how do you say? Yeah, what's the right word? Like it's really easy to hang around. You know, it's really easy to come around.
Okay, I think that it works. That word.
Yeah, and of course, if you want to go to Amsterdam, you can smoke.
It's legal.
You know, yeah, it's legal there, and that's why it's not so interesting for Dutch people, but for tourists, it's really interesting.
But okay, the scene is nice. It's small,
Yeah.
but it has the correct vibes. It's not.
Yeah, great vibes and a lot of good skaters actually. For a small town or for a small country, we have a lot of good skaters.
Okay, and you can say that you are one of the most famous from your country.
Well, right now I'm Dutch champion, so it's like I don't know, I'm doing pretty well, I think. Yeah.
Okay, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay, Douwe, I think that
Hey.
that's it for today. Thank you for accepting the invitation, and thank you for all the words. You are a very passionate skater, and
Thanks, man.
we hope that you can participate in the Olympics.
We'll see, hopefully, and if not, I still keep skating, so I don't care.
That's the thing that really matters, that we're never going to stop. And more
Exactly.
if we are doing this, if we are working for our...
Exactly.
our-
Yeah, man, veggies.
Yeah, thank you.
Drink water and eat veggies.
Yes, and work out. We need to work out.
Exactly.
We need that. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you
Good
for
stuff.
the inspiration, and I think that we are end for today. And let's.
Hey, thank you so much, Philip.
Okay, bro. Thank you for.
Thank you
this.
for the questions.
Goodbye for everything, for the skateboarding world. Such
Thanks.
a nice inspiration from this guy. Thank you. So,
Cool. Hey, see you later.
see you later. Bye.
Bye bye.